0 pitch, fly ball towards left field and reaching over on the left field line, calling for it and making the play is Hatt. They'll tag the runner. Here comes the throw to the plate and he's dead to right as he slides in head first but doesn't get to the plate. Barely got to the batter's box, so a great play by Hatt to track it down on the line and threw it in the air on a strike from halfway down the line to the catcher Schlee, and that does it for Clayton Ridge Central. The War Eagles threaten, but they come up empty. The 1-2 pitch and swinging right through it is Gordon. Tried to check it, but broke the wrist, and Helly strikes out the side as the Bulldogs go down in order. That's 4 Ks through 2 innings. 1-2 pitch, here's a slow bouncing ball, new life, fielded by the shortstop Shellhorn on the edge of the infield. Long throw across first. They get the out there. They throw it across the third, and Kelly's out going from second to third. So they recorded double play. Shellhorn charged it through a strike to the first baseman Johnson. Kelly tried to advance on the throw and throw it out at third for the third out of the inning. Helly delivers the 1-2 pitch. Curveball swinging right through to Gordon. Helly strikes out the side to close out the one-hitter here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That gives him 12 strikeouts in the ballgame. And the War Eagles pick up their third conference victory. 1-0. They win the pitcher's duel over MFL MarMac. The best baseball and softball action is on KETR AM and FM.
People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The doctors and staff at Family Dentistry of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local high school baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamonds. Dr. Mark Bowie, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, and Dr. Courtney Wicken strongly encourage all of these area athletes to wear athletic mouthguards while on the playing field to protect their great smiles. That's Family Dentistry of Monona, 602 Tower Street, 539-4651.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
Sode's Green Acre and Liquor Store is offering rock bottom prices in our liquor store. Stop in now while the selection is at its best and stock up while supplies last. Sale is currently going on now. The liquor store is located at 7 Gerda Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's is more than just a store.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
Eagle Bulldog Softball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency, Monona, Auto, Home Business, Crop, Farm, and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, Conaco Floor Covering in Monona, Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, Grau Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, and by LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. We begin the On Deck show for today's game. We're joined by Clayton Ridge softball coach Jolyn Moore. Coach, your team now 7-15, 4-8 in the conference. Dropped a doubleheader to Southwind. Nearly got a split in that doubleheader. Tell me about those two games.
At Kelmer the other night, we hit the ball pretty well. As you know, they've got a veteran pitcher who pitched a pretty good ball game. First game, second game, we kind of caught on a little bit, and she walked more than she typically does, but we just couldn't get those runs in when we had them on base and needed them. We were set up at the end of the game in a position where people would say it was the dream opportunity. We had bases loaded with our number 3-4 batter up and left them stranded. So opportunity to win the game, just couldn't get those runners on base in.
Yeah, you guys continue to make good progress offensively. Your average continues to go up. Who's really been contributing for you offensively?
Leading the team in batting average is Madison Eilers. Right behind her is, everybody's kind of been up and down. We've got some strong hitting in Deitmeyer. Amira Millard's been coming along pretty well. Carly Willie's been hitting the ball really well.
So certainly a big positive there. All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. I know your younger kids have kind of taken over on the mound. Who do you look to throw, and tell me a little bit about those kids?
Well, game one, we haven't really decided for sure. We've got a sophomore in Audrey Ostrander and two freshmen, Carly Willie and Kiera Felder. Carly's been pitching pretty well, and the other two I'm sure will contribute some as well.
So big positive getting those young kids some good work this season. All right, let's start turning our attention to MFL MarMac now. What do you know about the Bulldogs?
Not a ton about the Bulldogs. We talked to Southwind's coach the other night, and they gave us a little information on them as far as what to watch for. It looks like the Tracer girl's been pitching majority for them, and I don't know that we've ever seen her before, so that'll be something new. And I think it looks like we're pretty evenly matched, to be honest with you.
Sure. What do you see as kind of keys in the ball game for your team? What do you want to see out of your team today?
We've got to reduce the amount of errors that we have in the field, and we got to come out pitching a pretty strong game. Like I said before, bats have been coming around, just maybe not at the opportune times, and that I believe will come. So I guess that's the keys that I would see.
All right, heading in the right direction. All right, Coach, good luck in between games.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Clayton Ridge softball coach Jolyn Moore and her Eagle team. The On Deck show continues after this.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
Stop into Nightingale Drug in Guttenberg to find that perfect gift for that special occasion. We have Silver Stars jewelry line, Gans and Carson home decor, Simply Noel purses and bags, Melissa and Doug toys, and baby items. Need that last-minute greeting card? Stop in and see our large selection. We have something for every occasion. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town, family-friendly business, located along Highway 52 in Guttenberg. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford and Dyers.
Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Clayton County Recycling. Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Furniture Showcase in All Wine and KA.
A close game that we were in a dog. A couple of key hits where we had bases occupied, where we.
Yeah, so a couple of good wins for you guys in the conference. Let's talk about offensively, and who are some of the leaders for you offensively?
Well, we got our senior Ashley Shaw, who really has been a great leader for us, and she's batting .455 right now. She's
entire family is more accessible than ever, and providers care for all ages, so everyone gets the care they need when they need it. It's a welcome addition for busy families like ours. And
many name brand lines such as Mud Pie, Young Living Oils, Greenleaf Candles, Melissa and Doug Educational Toys and Gifts, CJ Gibson, and many more. Check our Facebook page for shopping specials available at each location. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve you. Check out their website, www.bodimp.com, for great deals on new and pre-owned equipment. From turf equipment to agricultural and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so come run with us at Bodensteiner Implement Company. Bodensteiner Implement is a proud sponsor of all high school sporting events, and we wish all our local athletes great success.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is asking members to do the summer shift. No, it's not a dance. Simply reduce your electricity use between the hours of 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. on weekdays. That's when power costs the most. So turn up the thermostat, delay the dishwasher, shift the start of laundry, and you can help keep the electricity rates affordable. This summer savings message is brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Alameda Clayton, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Alameda Clayton Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Eagle on West Bridge Street in Elkader, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and by Rivals Inc. Custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Eagle Bulldog Softball is brought to you in part by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. The Luena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. And by RGK Portable Building, serving Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin. You're listening to Upper Iowa Conference Softball on KEDR AM 1400 and FM 96.7. Good evening, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barons along with Coach Mike Sass. Welcome to Monona, Upper Iowa Conference softball today on KEDR. It is Clayton Ridge and MFL MarMac. We had a little technical difficulty starting out, but things are working great, and we are here in plenty of time for first pitch with MFL MarMac and Clayton Ridge. I'm joined by Coach Sass. Clayton Ridge comes in 7-15, 4-8 in the conference. MFL MarMac comes in with a record of 7-17, but they are 7-5 in the conference.
Yeah, a couple teams kind of battling it out for the position in the conference, kind of in that middle position there.
And that's exactly what these teams trying to stay in the top half of the conference to give themselves an opportunity. Let's talk about offensively. Both these teams actually have gotten better offensively recently. Both teams batting at around a 300 clip. So the improvement's been there offensively. The problem that these teams have had is sometimes defensively is where the issue's been.
Yeah, and I think we see some youth in some spots for both teams, and sometimes that can cause issues. But, yeah, both of us seem to be hitting a lot better than they were early in the season.
Let's talk about the pitching matchup. Emily Traster gets the start for MFL MarMac. Carly Willie is on the mound for Clayton Ridge. Traster is a junior pitcher, and Willie is just a freshman getting the start in today's ball game. The good news is the pitching has been solid, at least for both these teams.
Yeah, I think Clayton Ridge, as we've seen, they're going to throw strikes. They may not overpower a lot of hitters, maybe not a lot of strikeouts, but they're not going to issue those free passes, which can come back to hurt you too.
Traster is 5-7. She has thrown 67 innings, allowed 120 hits, 71 earned runs, walked 18, struck out 28. So she's not going to walk many, but not going to strike out any. That's why you've got to play good defense behind her. Meanwhile, for Willie, this will be her 10th start. She is 3-2. She is throwing 34 innings, allowed 57 hits, along with 50 runs, has walked 8 and struck out 17. So both these pitchers, you would say, similar numbers anyway.
Yeah, it seems like, kind of similar pitchers. We'll have to see when it comes to style and things, but neither one seems overpowering. They're going to have to play some good defense behind them.
Some of the teams that are leading as far as the individuals offensively, Madison Eilers for Clayton Ridge, batting nearly 500 on this season, and another batter almost at 500 this year is for MFL MarMac and Amelia Wickner. She's actually over 500 at 14 of 24 and has 7 doubles over 14 hits. So let's start there with the 8th grader for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, I was going to say 8th grader. Yeah, I'm from this area. I've heard that name before. I've heard she's quite a good athlete. I've never actually seen her play, but I've heard a lot of good things about her.
And Madison Eilers is a junior for Clayton Ridge. She has 22 hits and 48 at-bats, so just short of the 500 batting average, but she has 7 doubles and 12 RBIs. Camden Deitmeyer also batting at around a 400 clip, and there is another Eagle that has extra base potential.
Yeah, we saw that in the Clayton Ridge Central game we did.
And we talked about Amelia Wickner, the stats that she has. Ashley Shaw has really been the table setter for MFL MarMac at the top of their lineup, 22 of 47 on the season, so she's batting nearly 500.
Yeah, both teams have a couple really good bats at the top of their order.
Let's go through the starting lineup. First off for Clayton Ridge. Carly Willie, the pitcher, bats leadoff. Audrey Ostrander, the center fielder, bats second. Camden Deitmeyer, the first baseman, bats third. Madison Eilers, the third baseman, bats cleanup. Alyssa Willie is the shortstop, batting 5th. Amira Millard is the catcher, batting 6th. Lola Reimer, the left fielder, playing position number 7 and bats 7th in the lineup. Kamaya Millard, the designated player, bats at the number 8 position, and Kira Felder is the second baseman, batting in the number 9 spot. The 10 position in the lineup is Madeline Traster, who is playing left field, or actually right field, for Clayton Ridge in this ball game tonight. For MFL MarMac, here's their lineup. Caitlin Pika, the second baseman, bats leadoff. Amelia Wickner, the shortstop, bats second. Ashley Shaw is the catcher, batting third. Ayla Gerndt is the center fielder. She'll bat 4th. Morgan Jacobson, the designated player, bats in the number 5 spot. Caitlin Gerndt is the third baseman, batting 6th. Emily Traster is the pitcher, batting in the number 6 position. Batting 7th is Garnett Najeko. She is the left fielder. Batting 8th is Autumn Shaw, the first baseman. And batting 9th is Savannah Schaller, who is the right fielder. That is your lineup for MFL MarMac, as Schaller is actually the number 10 spot in the lineup. Traster bats 7th. Caitlin Gerndt bats 6th. We have the Caitlin Gerndt 6th. Traster actually bats 7th in the lineup. Najiko 8th and Shaw 9th. Schaller is the number 10 position in the lineup.
Yeah,
I think we've got that straightened out now.
Morgan Jacobson will bat for her. Yeah.
All right, our officials for tonight's ball game. Bob Hauber will be, I believe, on the bases tonight, and Jason Halverson will be our home plate umpire in tonight's ball game. What do you see as a quick key in this game?
I think like always it's going to be two things. Defensively, who can, make the plays, make the simple plays, and then also which bottom of the order is going to produce for them.
We have had, of our 4 ball games this year, all have come down to the final inning, so let's hope that continues. Figures to be a well-played ball game tonight with MFL MarMac and Clayton Ridge. Eagles wearing their green bottoms and tops with the Eagles there in white. The highlighted, I should say, white across their chest area there. They have the Eagles actually in green. And MFL MarMac wearing the black pants. They have the royal blue tops with Bulldogs across the front of their jerseys. We'll take a break. When we return, opening pitch from Monona with Clayton Ridge and MFL MarMac right after this.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer of Guttenberg or Bill Garms in Monona a call. You can reach Andy and Troy at 563-252-2471 or Bill at 563-880-5530. They can help you and your family be good at life.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
So welcome back to Monona, game 1 of 2. We're just doing the first game tonight here with MFL MarMac and Clayton Ridge. Hard to believe, but here we are, now the later part of the season. As a matter of fact, the tournament brackets expected to come out tomorrow and play starting on the 29th.
Yeah.
We're talking next week.
Quick season for sure.
29th and 30th will be some of those games involved. Baseball tournament starting next weekend as well. So we welcome you here to Monona for Upper Iowa Conference Softball. We still have one more regular season game on Monday. We'll be down the road on Highway 18 in West Union. It'll be this MFL MarMac team versus North Fayette Valley. So hopefully, weather cooperating, we'll get all of our area teams at least once in this regular season.
Yeah, it'll be good.
So for Clayton Ridge, Carly Willie, Audrey Ostrander, Camden Deitmeyer to lead things off here in the top of the first inning. Let's line up MFL MarMac defensively. You have Najenko in left field, Ayla Gert in center, Savannah Schaller in right field. Around the horn defensively, Caitlin Gert is at third base, Amelia Wickner is the shortstop, Caitlin Pika is at second base, Autumn Shaw is the first baseman, Ashley Shaw is the catcher, and Emily Traster is on the mound for MFL MarMac in this ball game. So to lead things off, Carly Willie for Clayton Ridge. And for the season, Willie has moved into that top spot, picking up more at-bats as the season has went on. She is 7 of 16 hitting this season. Looks to square to bunt, fouls it back into the glove of Shaw, the catcher. The count is 0-1, and we are underway as MFL MarMac came crashing in at the corners.
Yeah, last time we saw Clayton Ridge, they've got some good speed, so looking to use that early here.
And now MFL MarMac playing about halfway up the line at first and third, and swinging through a changeup there is Traster, who offered the changeup, and Willie well in front of it and mistimed it, and the count is 0-2.
Yeah, just way out in front of that one.
So a nice pitch there to bring the count at 0-2. So that's what Traster will try to do, keep the hitters off balance. 0-2 pitch, called strike 3 on the inside. Willie takes the pitch at the knees on the inside and caught looking for out number 1.
Yeah, great start for the Bulldogs. We talk about neither pitcher being really a strikeout pitcher, but Bulldogs able to get one right away.
Audrey Ostrander up to bat. Ostrander, 14 of 54, but she is among the leaders run-wise there. She has scored 20 runs for Clayton Ridge this season. It looks to square to bunt and fouls that ball back. May have got a tip of it, and actually into the mid of Shaw. It's a foul ball. It's a strike. The count is 0-1. We are out here in the left center field alley. A little bit of shade around us. Wind blowing straight out to left field. So if somebody gets the ball up in the air to the outfield to left field, it's got a shot. Pitch upstairs to Ostrander, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. A hitter's night with the wind at your back.
I think so, yeah.
So Audrey Ostrander up to bat. 1-1 is the count. Crowd continuing to roll in. And here is now your 1-1 pitch, and Ostrander well ahead of it, lines it up against the fence in front of the MFL MarMac dugout of the third base side, so well in front of the change of pace from Traster, and the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, that was quite a pull there.
Yeah, Traster not going to overpower you, so the best she can do is move the ball around, left, right, up, down, try to get location. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's in the dirt, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yep, move the ball around, change speeds, and try and keep the hitters off balance.
Defensively, MFL MarMac's been a little better than Clayton Ridge. MFL MarMac has 40 errors in 24 games, so about an error and a half is what they're averaging per game this season. Meanwhile, for Clayton Ridge, they have 89 errors. Here's a bouncing ball foul up the third base line, and we'll do it again against the MFL MarMac dugout. 2-2 is the count. So you're talking 89 errors for Clayton Ridge in 22 games. So you are averaging more than 4 errors a ball game.
Yeah, that can be an issue.
And we've always said that it's key to just make the routine plays. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ostrander. 2-2 pitch, just missing on the inside is Traster. Not a bad location. Count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, if you can just make those routine plays, that eliminates so many chances for the other
And
team.
you kind of get the defensive struggles. You've got a couple of young kids playing some key positions. That adds to it. 3-2 pitch. Ostrander well ahead of it again and fouls it well down the line. This will make it further halfway down the left field line, but well out of play. At a full count, once again, at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Ostrander well in front of every pitch so far.
Yeah, I think she's a pull hitter, and when you don't have someone throwing all that hard, you're really going to need to guard that left field line.
Clayton Ridge, first 2 batters squared to bunt the first 2 pitches they saw. So their goal is to put the ball on the ground if they can somehow and let the speed at the top beat things out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch to Ostrander. She lines that one down the left field line, and it falls in the line, just halfway down the line, in there for a base hit. So Ostrander straightened that one out a little better, and on a 3-2 pitch, lines it down the left field line for a leadoff single, or a one-out single here in the first.
Yep, just great piece of hitting there by Ostrander, and we talked about her. She was just peppering that line, and she got one to fall.
Najenko hugging the line after seeing a number of balls fouled down there, got that back in, and Ostrander only held to a single.
Good job there by the left fielder. Ostrander's got good speed.
Camden Deitmeyer batting short of 400 rather, 21 of 53, squares to bunt, bluffing all the way. They're going to send Ostrander the throw to the shortstop Wickner. It is not in time. Shaw got a pitch middle of the plate to handle, throw kind of short hop the bag at second base. Wickner could not dig it out, and all Deitmeyer was doing was bluffing to protect the runner, and Ostrander moves into scoring position.
Yeah, a little distraction there, and Ostrander just using her speed.
Deitmeyer, 12 RBIs on the season, and hits a bouncing ball. Wickner gets a tough hop, but fields it on the second hop. Throw across the diamond to Shaw. They get the out there. Ostrander wisely waits for the throw to go, then advances from second to third on the ground out. But Wickner played it on that short hop. It was the second hop, but made a good scoop and throw over to the first baseman Shaw for the second out.
Yeah, we can see what kind of talent she's got as an 8th grader there. That's a nice play for an 8th grader.
That's a ball that sometimes handcuffs you, but she was able to make the play. Madison Eilers is up to bat. 22 of 48, and on the first pitch, high bouncing ball that is over the head of the third baseman Gurnt. It's a fair ball, so a hopping single into left field for Eilers. That's a base hit and an RBI as Ostrander scores from third, and the Eagles score here with 2 outs in the top of the first.
Yeah, just manufacturing a run. Get a single, get a steal, move over on the ground out, and another single gets her in.
Gurnt not tall by any stretch of the imagination at third base, but had no chance as, again, That ball in the field so hard just ricocheted over the top of her head, didn't have an opportunity. And swinging through the first pitch is Alyssa Willie. Off and running and stealing second base, standing up is Eilers as the throw comes into Wickner. So we have seen this throughout the season in baseball and softball, teams just running at will, and the Eagles are into scoring position again now with 2 outs.
Yeah, it looked like the Bulldogs didn't expect her to go, and she just went and kind of caught them a little off guard.
Alyssa Willie, 13 of 48 on the season, takes a pitch right across the belt area for a strike, and the count goes to 0-2. So Traister trying to limit the damage to a single number here in the top of the first inning. And Willie, the 5 spot in the lineup. Count 0-2 upstairs, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So Willie tried to get Willie to chase an upstairs pitch, but stayed away from it. Eilers, as far as stolen base-wise this year, Clayton Ridge is 103 of 106 on the season. Eilers just picked up her 10th steal. And here's the pitch inside at 1-2, and it now goes to 2-2. Now, some of those have to be on pass balls or no attempts at second base.
Yeah, I would think.
And
but we have seen them be very aggressive in their 2 games now we've done.
2-2 pitch, and swinging through the pitch there is Willie. So a changeup from Traister. Second strikeout by Traister, and that does it for the Eagles in the top of the first. But they pick up a run. They do it on 2 hits. They leave a runner. We've played 1/2 inning. It is Clayton Ridge 1, MFL MarMac coming to bat.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all of your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt, Steve,
Carol, Josie,
at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
So we go to the bottom of the first inning. Caitlin Pika, Amelia Wickner, Ashley Shaw to lead things off for MFL MarMac, with the Eagles leading by a score of 1-0. For Clayton Ridge defensively, Lola Reimer in left field, Audrey Ostrander in center, Madeline Traister in right field. First pitch upstairs to Pika is high, and the count is 1-0. Around the horn defensively, you have Madison Eilers at third, Alyssa Willie at short, Kira Felder is at second, with Camden Deitmeyer at first. And here's a ball that's lined, reaching for it, the second baseman fielder, going towards the bag, but just out of her reach. Pika with a leadoff single here to start things out in the bottom of the first inning for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, not hit extremely hard, but in the right spot there, just out of the reach of the second baseman up the middle.
Caitlin Pika, 11 of 45 from the leadoff spot, leads things off for MFL MarMac, and that brings up now Wickner. Wickner, her batting average, as we mentioned, over 500, 14 of 24 with 7 doubles on the season. The catcher for Clayton Ridge is Amira Millard, and the pitcher, Carly Willie. Looking to bunt is Wickner, bunts it up the first base line, fielded by the pitcher, Willie, who turns, and Deitmeyer right there, so she has to tuck and eat it. No play at first base. Wickner will be able to leg it out, still a fielder's choice on the play, but runners on second and first with nobody out for MFL MarMac. Some miscommunication.
Yeah, they got to do a little bit better talking there. Deitmeyer can see that the pitcher's going to get that. She's got to get out of the way.
So Ashley Shaw is now up to bat. Ashley Shaw, the 3-hitter, a senior, one of two for MFL MarMac, 22 of 47 on the season. First pitch, it's upstairs, and the count is 1-0. So Pika is at second. Wickner actually will get credited with a sacrifice on that, despite the fact that it ends up being as it turns out, a non-play over at first base, because that would have moved the runner over. Pitch inside, the count is 2-0. And the way that Willie had gotten to that ball, I don't think Wickner was going to beat it out.
No, it would have been close, but I think they would have gotten her.
And it was a good bunt to do the job that she was supposed to do, move the runner over. So it goes now here to 2-0 to Shaw. Strike on the outside corner. The count is 2-1.
That might be the first successful bunt we've seen this year as well.
I think you're right. We have seen, would you say, a half dozen bunt attempts at least?
At least, yeah.
2-1 pitch to Shaw, pops it up. This, the first baseman, Deitmeyer, straddling the line, makes the play in fair territory, just inside the line at the edge of the infield. Tracks it down well. Shaw pops out to first for out number 1. So Pika holds at second, Wickner staying put at first base. And with one out, that brings up Ayla Gerndt, the center fielder.
Yeah, nice play by Deitmeyer. That's a tough angle sometimes going straight back like that, but she did a nice job staying with it.
Gerndt, 13 of 48 on the season, takes the pitch upstairs. The count is 1-0. Willie, a freshman as we mentioned, and throws a little harder than Traster does.
A little bit harder, yeah. Yep.
And she's done similar numbers to Traster, that they don't walk many, and they aren't not going to hand you a ton of strikeouts. There's a changeup that's upstairs, and the count goes to 1-1. But again, they'll work with changeup in there once in a while, enough to try to keep the hitters off balance.
Yep, you got to change it up a little bit so they can't time you up.
And Gerndt awaits the pitch and takes a pitch, strike on the outside, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now, correct?
I had it one strike and 2 balls, but
2 balls and a strike. Well, let's see what happens. Here's a bouncing ball. Doesn't make a difference. Goes over the mound, and it's going to scoot into center field. Base hit for Gerndt. They'll hold the runner at third as it's quickly brought in by Ostrander. Pika gets to third. Wickner at second. Gerndt has the second base hit of the inning, and it is a bases-loaded situation now for MFL MarMac here in the bottom of the first and 1 out.
Yeah, they're really in business. Again, not extremely hard hit, but just up the middle where no one's at, and a nice piece of hitting there.
Morgan Jacobson up to bat, 12 of 31 on the season, so she's batting just short of a 400 clip. And this is a chance for MFL MarMac with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 1-0. The scoreboard is to our back tonight, so we're going to have to really keep an eye on our home plate umpire, the balls and strikes, as far as what the signal is. 1-0 pitch, and here's a bouncing ball. Shortstop fielding it is Willie. She'll go to the plate. They get the force out there. So that was Alyssa Willie playing straight with the baseline, so relatively in, got the ground ball. It was hard hit, went to the plate for out number 2. Everybody else moves up a bag, and the bases are now loaded with 2 outs now.
Yeah, nice play by the shortstop. Nice heads-up play, knowing where she needed to go with that and saving a run.
So that brings up now Caitlin Gerndt, the third baseman, and the base is still loaded. Gerndt, the 5 position lineup, as far as playing third base, she bats 6th in the lineup. And the first pitch to Gerndt hits a bouncing ball right side of the infield. That is fielder, picks it. Throw over to the first baseman, Deitmeyer. She's able to avoid the runner going between first and second. Flips it over to Deitmeyer, and the Eagles get out of a bases-loaded situation in the bottom of the first. For MFL MarMac, no runs, 2 hits. They strand 3. We've played 1-0, Clayton Ridge in the lead.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
Eagle Bulldog Softball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency, Monona, Auto, Home Business, Crop Farm and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, Kanako Floor Covering in Monona, Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, Grau Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, and by LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Bottom of the first inning, Amira Millard, Lola Reimer, and Camilla Millard to lead things off for Clayton Ridge. They lead 1-0. Millard tried to bunt the first pitch and fouled it just up the first base line, about 10 feet away from home plate. It swings away on the 0-1 pitch, and that's fouled out of play, and the count goes to 0-2. So Millard, 9 of 41 on the season, has a couple of doubles among those hits to lead things off in the top of the second inning. MFL MarMac loaded the bases in a pretty heady play by Fielder, the second baseman for Clayton Ridge, because she had traffic running at her there to close the inning.
Yeah, that can be tough sometimes.
Millard hits a low driving line drive into center field as the ball just barely cleared the pitcher's mound there, got a little more air underneath it as it got into the outfield, then quickly spun down. So she kind of hit it like a golf shot into center field for a leadoff single here in the second.
Yeah, nice pitching wedge there out to with a little backspin on it.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. You being a golfer there, summing it up right. Lola Reimer now up to bat. So that is the third Eagle hit. And Millard with a 2-strike count with a base hit. So Reimer, 13 of 44 on the season, but well ahead of that pitch. The count is 0-1. What we've seen from the Eagles first time through the lineup is well ahead, at least on the first swing, and trying to bunt as well.
Yeah, a lot of bunt attempts and then a lot of out in front, like you said.
So Lola Reimer is the number 7 hitter in the lineup. 0-1 pitch, backs it up a bit, bouncing ball right to the second baseman, playing in Pika, fields it, she's inside the baseline, so no play at Millard running by, flips it to the first baseman Shaw, and there is out number 1. So Reimer retired, Millard advances to second on the throw to first base, and Pika almost playing in as if expecting a bunt.
Yeah. Well, we've seen a lot of that out of the Eagles, but yeah, she was definitely in a ways, and that allowed that runner to get to second fairly easily.
Well in again here as Camilla Millard is now up to bat. Pitch to Millard, swings well in front of that one. The count is 0-1. Now, there are some teams that use their second baseman for bunt coverage in the game of softball. That's their job to take care of the right side of the infield. I wouldn't say that Pika's in expecting a bunt here. As the pitch is upstairs, the count is 1-0. But she is inside the baselines, playing shallow at second base.
Yeah, she's definitely playing in a ways. Yep.
And 1-1 is the count to Camilla Millard, the designated player in the lineup in today's ball game for Clayton Ridge. And that's the older sister, Amira, at second. Here is a pop-up, calling for it up the line there. Nobody's going to get to it, as it was Tracer giving it a look, along with the first baseman Shaw, but it's up against the fence. They couldn't get to it, as that was a long ways to go. As it turns out, the ball was pushed away, and the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, just a long way to go. Good look by Shaw, but just can't get there.
About the only part with that ball up in the air there was where that ball was not going to let somebody get a play on it, because it's not a deep sideline there up the first or third base line. 1-2 pitch, it's upstairs. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if these Eagles hitters can time the pitcher up a little bit. Like we've said, they've been way out in front of everything.
Figure next time through the lineup, be a little better at it. And the count is, again, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Millard. 2-2 pitch, bouncing ball, shortstop Wickner looks back the runner, low throw, goes up the line and pulls the first baseman Shaw off the bag and gets by her. Millard will advance to third on the air. Wickner did the right thing, fielded it to her left, looked back the runner, but made an errant throw to first base. Now there's runners on the corners with 1 out for Clayton Ridge.
Yeah, mentally, she did everything perfect there. Made the play, looked at the runner. I think she just hurried the throw to first, and it got a little low on her and got away from her.
Kiera Felder, 9 of 43. She is the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Runners on the corners with 1 out for Clayton Ridge, leading by a score of 1-0 and threatening here in the top of inning number 2. And Fielder takes the pitch downstairs, and the ball gets a step by Shaw, but off and running was Millard on the pitch anyway. There is not a throw down, so this does not go as a stolen base. It is the defensive indifference, and there's now runners on second and third. And Felder taking the pitch down low. Kiera Felder is your number 9 hitter for Clayton Ridge. In at the corners, squaring to bunt Felder, pulls things back, takes it for a strike, and the count goes to 1-1. So they're expecting Felder to maybe do the safety squeeze.
Yeah, just trying to get the ball in play. Again, put pressure on the Bulldogs and see what happens.
Put a bunt down, maybe make MFL MarMac make a decision on how to field it. And again, now you see Pika well in at second base to defend the right side. Looking to bunt is Felder, fouls it back, couldn't get the bunt down, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. And again, we're not looking at the runner leaving third base until there's a play made on the ball.
Right, and yeah, the Bulldogs are definitely using their second baseman and bunt coverage on that one.
And now with 2 strikes, Pika will fall back to a more normal position. 1-2 pitch to Felder, well in front, but pops it up right to the third baseman, Gerndt. Caitlin Gerndt calls for it, even with the bag, makes the play. Big out number 2 by Traister, getting Felder to pop out for the second out.
Yeah, huge out there, and a chance for the Bulldogs to get out of this inning unscathed, just like the Eagles did to them last half.
So they've got runners on second and third yet, but now 2 outs. Carly Willie is the leadoff hitter, a strikeout victim, caught looking back in the first inning. Always good to have your leadoff hitter up as many times as you can, especially in back-to-back innings. And this ball is fouled, slicing down the left field line, hits the fence. Well in front of that is Willie. The count goes to 0-1. But the only problem is Clayton Ridge only has a run on the board right now. Haven't put up a crooked number yet.
Yep, a lot of base runners for both teams so far that haven't been able to score.
Still have the opportunity to do that here in the top of the second inning. And Traister gets ahead with the count at 0-1. Traister has 2 strikeouts, both coming in the first inning. And the 0-1 pitch, change up upstairs, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. Great place to watch a game here in Monona. Folks are filling up alongside the mezzanine area, up by the tennis courts. We were talking about all the changes that have occurred here in the years. And the softball complex is still looking sharp. Here's a high fly ball. This is down the left field line. Najenko goes near the batting cage down the left field line. It'll make it up against the batting cage on a play. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, looks a lot different compared to when I went to high school here, but that's been a while ago at this point.
Got a theater. Pool's no longer here.
Right.
They just celebrated the 20th anniversary of the Monona Aquatic Center, so the pool hasn't been here for a while. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Willie pops it up over the backstop, out of play. We'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes. But the softball field, they've made some great improvements to the softball field through the years with the batting cage, new scoreboard here recently, and the dugouts have been they're sunken dugouts now. So that's pretty cool.
Yep, I like that.
1-2 pitch. Here's a high pop-up. Second baseman going back. Pika. It's out of her reach. Hits the edge of the infield and goes in for a base hit and will score 2. Carly Willie bloops it into right center field for a base hit and 2 RBIs, and the Eagles lead 3-0.
Yeah, again, we've talked about not a lot of hard hit balls, but they're just finding those open areas and getting down for base hits. And great job by Willie there.
So 2 RBIs for Willie, and that brings up Audrey Ostrander, the center fielder. Ostrander singled, stole a base, and scored a run. Scored the first Eagle run in the first inning. They've answered with 2 here in the top of the second. And Ostrander lifts a high fly ball. Najenko going back in the left field line, and the ball hits the bottom of the fence. It's a fair ball and extra bases. Willie waved around from third. Here's the relay. It's off the line to the plate. She'll score standing up. Ostrander with a double. Now trying to advance, wisely turns back and heads back to third base. But Ostrander with a double and an RBI. It is 4-0 Eagles in the lead.
Yeah, just a great piece of hitting by Ostrander again. She's a pull hitter. Put it right down the line, right about the base of the fence.
She had a base hit that landed just inside the left field line on a line drive in the first inning, and that one just inside the foul pole down the left field line at the 180 marker where it hit the bottom of the fence. Camden Deitmeyer is up to bat. Bounced out to short. Deitmeyer lines that ball into center field. That's a base hit. Ball scoots by the center fielder, Gerndt. It's going to be extra bases. So a base hit for Deitmeyer. She'll go to second on the air. Advancing to third. It becomes a 2-base error. And it is now 5-0 Clayton Ridge in the lead. They've scored 4 runs with 2 outs here in the second.
Yeah, we've seen some bloop hits. That was not one of them. That was hit hard, right on a line, right up the middle.
So Madison Eilers is now up to bat, and Coach Monroe taking time for MFL MarMac to bring his infield together. So the Eagles got to the top of the lineup, and they have strapped together 3 straight hits and now lead 5-0 here in the second.
Yeah, top of the order, doing what they're supposed to, and we kind of mentioned it too. Second time through, you start to time the pitcher up a little bit better. They're not quite so far out in front of it now, and doing a nice job hitting the ball hard.
All right, and Coach Monroe quickly taking time and heads back to the dugout after some short words with the infield. With 2 outs, just trying to get out of it here. These teams can score runs. We know that. And offensively, they have gotten quite a bit better as the season has went on. Madison Eilers singled and drove in a run as the first run for the Eagles back in the second inning. She becomes the 8th Clayton Ridge batter to bat this inning. Pitch at the knees, inside corner. The count is 0-1. But Clayton Ridge, second time through the lineup, hitting the ball with the top 3 hitters all reaching. Deitmeyer's at third, still 2 outs.
And the last 2 have been hit fairly hard.
Eilers waits the 0-1 pitch and reaches out for it. Bouncing ball, 1 hop to the second baseman, Pika. Stayed down on it well. It was hard hit. Flips it to the first baseman, Shaw, and that does it for Clayton Ridge in the top of the second inning. But they put up 4 runs, 4 hits, helped out by an error. They leave 1. We've played an inning and a half. 5-0. Eagles in the lead.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The doctors and staff at Family Dentistry of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local high school baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamonds. Dr. Mark Bowie, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, and Dr. Courtney Wicken strongly encourage all of these area athletes to wear athletic mouthguards while on the playing field to protect their great smiles. That's Family Dentistry of Monona, 602 Tower Street, 539-4651.
Now in the bottom of the second inning, 5-0, Clayton Ridge in the lead. Emily Traister, Garnett Najeko, and Autumn Shaw to lead things off for MFL MarMac. Eagles putting up 4 runs in the top of the second inning. Looked like maybe MFL MarMac going to get out of it without any trouble, but a big inning. And the count is 0-1 to Emily Traister. Traister takes a called strike on the inside there. The count is 0-2. Emily Traister up to bat, 9 of 34 on the season. This is the number 7 spot in the lineup and pops it up. Shortstop, that is Alyssa Willie. Looked at it, took a step in, able to catch it softly as Traister lines out to short for out number 1, read well by the shortstop Willie.
Yeah, just a soft little blooper. Looked like maybe it fooled her for just a half a second, but she recovered nicely and made an easy play.
Garnett Najenko is up to bat, 10 of 41 on the season. So 1 quick out, and this pitch is popped up. Shortstop Willie calling for it. She ranges towards second base, inside of second base, calls for it, and there is 4 pitches and 2 outs quickly here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, 4 pitches, 2 outs, both to the shortstop. She probably wants to get all 3 here.
Autumn Shaw now up to bat. Shaw, 10 of 44. The left-handed hitting Autumn Shaw, our only left-handed bat in the lineup today, takes a pitch called strike on the outside. The count is 0-1. But 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And if you are Clayton Ridge, you put up runs and you want to answer with a shutdown inning defensively.
Yeah, you want to get back up to the plate again.
Reaching out for that one is Shaw. Fouls it up at the third base side and foul against the fence area short of the MFL MarMac dugout. And the count goes to 0-2. Willie working her away on the first 2 pitches. MFL MarMac had the bases loaded in the first. Here's a changeup, breaks inside and high, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, doing a nice job changing speed and location there.
They did not get the timely hits, whereas Clayton Ridge did in the top of the second inning. 0-2, and that ball fouled up against the backstop. We'll do it again with the count at 0-2. Beautiful night here in Monona. What is it, 210 to center field, 180 down the fences. And we've got a breeze that is blowing out, so it's comfortable. And it's a ball and 2 strikes, 1-2 pitch, and this is a soft liner. One hops the shortstop, Willie, bobbles it, but picks it up, throws a strike there to Deitmeyer. As it turns out, Willie makes all 3 plays defensively, and that does it for MFL MarMac. They go down in order. We have played in 2 innings now, and it is 5-0. Clayton Ridge in the lead.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
Sode's Green Acre and Liquor Store is offering rock bottom prices in our liquor store. Stop in now while the selection is at its best and stock up while supplies last. Sale is currently going on now. The liquor store is located at 7 Gerda Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's is more than just a store.
Eagle Bulldog Softball is brought to you in part by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Clayton County Recycling. Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Furniture Showcase in Allwine, and KAR Auto Group. So we go to the top of the 3rd inning. It'll be Alyssa Willie, Amira Millard, Lola Reimer. To lead things off, that is 5, 6, and 7 in the Clayton Ridge lineup. Willie, a strikeout victim. Her last at-bat took the first pitch for a ball, and the count is 0-1. And ahead of that one, got a piece of it perhaps, and the count is 0-2. MFL MarMac, 7-5 in the conference. So this would give them 14 conference games, which means that they just have North Fayette Valley left. And for Clayton Ridge, same situation for them. And they have Turkey Valley yet to play in the conference. 0-2 pitch downstairs to Willie. The count is 1-2. So both these teams have 2 of the better teams yet on the conference schedule tonight, or this season, I should say.
Yeah, so these games are big tonight for both.
And if you're Clayton Ridge, you're 4-8 in the conference. MFL MarMac 7-5. 1-2 pitch. That's a line down the left field line, and it is a fair ball. Just hit inside the line. Quickly brought in by Najenko. Here's the throw to second base, and sliding in there safe under the tag is Willie. So it ended up being a lot closer than I think Willie expected, but able to get under the tag. It's a leadoff double here in the top of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, the Eagles just doing a nice job peppering that left field line.
And Najenko, again, quick to cut that ball off halfway down the line. Made a good throw to the second baseman, Pika, covering the bag. But Willie able to slide underneath the tag safe on a play that was closer than you expected it to be. Amira Millard is up to bat. She singled and scored. Swings right through the first pitch, and the count is 0-1. Millard started that rally in the 2nd inning. Clayton Ridge put up 4 runs. They lead 5-0 and threatening for more here in the top of the 3rd inning. So they are hitting up and down the lineup so far. And the 0-1 pitch to Millard takes a called strike on the outside. The count goes to 0-2. Right now, they have had 7 different girls reach base already. And this is only the 2nd time through the lineup.
Yeah, we talked about which bottom of the order would produce, and it looks like the Eagles are right now.
And again, the count works here to the 2-strike count. Here's a bouncing ball. Shortstop Wickner charges it, fields it near the circle. Throw across to the first baseman, Shaw. Nice play by the shortstop Wickner, charging it, and heads up base running by Willie, who waited for the throw to go across the diamond and advances to 3rd as Millard bounces out to short. And that brings up now Lola Reimer, the left fielder. So the Eagles threatening with 1 out here now in the top of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, every inning they've threatened and scored in the first 2, so we'll see if they can do it again.
Reimer bounced out to 2nd. She is 0 for 1. You have Willie over at 3rd base with 1 out. Bulldogs in for the most part in the infield. Slow bouncing ball fielded by the third baseman, Gert. She'll go to first, and waiting for the throw to go over there is going to be Willie. So Reimer bounces out to third. Gert never looked back the runner. Went to first base immediately and got the second out there. But Willie realized that nobody was looking at her, able to take off for home. Reimer bounces out to third, but credited with an RBI, and it is now 6-0. Eagles in the lead.
Yeah, some good base running by the Eagles here.
And Camilla Millard, safe on an error and scored a run. So the Eagles have scored every inning. Now 2 outs, and that ball's fouled back, and the count is 0-1. So good things happen. Put the ball into play, right?
Yep, that's what we've talked about, and good aggressive base running by the Eagles, too.
2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Eagles scored a run in the first, 4 in the second. They've added on here in the third inning. And to the 0-1 pitch, and it is inside, but a called strike, and the count goes to 0-2. Millard is the number 8 spot in the lineup. Sunshiny day here. Don't have smoke, don't have the haze, just a warm day. Yeah. Good day for ball. 0-2 is the count to Millard. And the 0-2 pitch, swings at a pitch upstairs, swings right through it. Strikeout number 3 by Traister, and that does it for Clayton Ridge in the top of the third inning. But they pick up a run. They do it with a hit. They leave nobody. 2.5, 6-0. Eagles on the lead.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
Caitlin Pika, Amelia Wickner, Ashley Shaw to lead things off here. And on the first pitch, Pika hits a slow roller fielded by the third baseman Eilers, but the throw is errant, and it ends up being an error charged down the play. Meanwhile, quickly up to bat is Wickner, and on the first pitch, she lines that past the glove of Eilers, reaching out to the left at third base. And MFL MarMac, something going here in the bottom of the third inning. Pika reached on an error. Now you've got a base hit for Wickner, their third hit. Second and first, nobody out here in the bottom of the third, trailing 6-0.
Yeah, just like the first inning, we'll have to see if they can push some runs across this time.
And that brings up now Ashley Shaw, the catcher. Shaw popped out to first, bouncing ball, shortstop Willie, and it handcuffs her. It's going to go into center field. They'll wave Pika around. She'll score as the throw comes into home. She scores standing up. Because they missed the cutoff, everybody else moves up 60 feet. Shaw with a base hit. Actually, it'll be an error charged on the play. And Pika scores from second base to put MFL MarMac on the board. Second and third, and nobody out here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, now the last two hitters have hit it pretty hard, and again, forcing the Eagles to make the plays, and there's a couple of them they haven't been able to make.
Ayla Gert is up to bat. She singled, so MFL MarMac aggressive at the plate, and this one is popped up. The pitcher calling for it, rolling towards the line there in Carly Willie, makes the play about halfway up the line, so Gert pops up back to the mound for out number one, and that brings up Morgan Jacobson, the designated player.
And the Bulldogs are being aggressive with the bats this inning. 4 batters all hit the first pitch.
Morgan Jacobson, safe on a fielder's choice. MFL MarMac had the bases loaded in the first with 1 out and came up empty. But now they've put together a rally here in the bottom of the third, and they've got a chance to add on a few more. Jacobson takes the pitch inside, and the count is 1-0. an error on Alyssa Willie, the shortstop there, and that's a tough error. That's a tough play to make.
Yeah, it was an error, but it was a very hard hit ball, real tough play to make. Yep.
And everybody moving on the errant throw into the infield. Pitch downstairs to Jacobson, and the count goes to 2-0. So because the cutoff missed there, and in softball, most instances, that situation, the pitcher is your cutoff in that situation, but the ball sailed over the head of Willie. 2-0 pitch, called strike, the upper part of the strike zone, and the count goes to 2-1. Let's see if MFL MarMac can take advantage of it here with 2 in scoring position. Coach LaVirgil Monroe back coaching for MFL MarMac, former Valley coach. Bouncing ball right side of the infield. That's a base hit under the glove of the second baseman Felder. That should score 2. As scoring is Wickner. Shaw wheeled around from third. She'll score standing up. Base hit for Jacobson, who advances to second on the throw to the plate. And it's 6-3. MFL MarMac's cut the deficit in half.
A nice piece of hitting there by Jacobson. Just goes the other way with the pitch, hits it hard, and takes the extra base on, again, the missed cutoff.
So the first 3 Bulldogs reaching here in the bottom of the third, and now it is Clayton Ridge taking time, but this is just the infielders coming in with 1 out. Jacobson a base hit, 2 RBIs, 6-3. Clayton Ridge now in the lead as Caitlin Gurnt comes up to bat now. Gurnt bounced out to second. A hard hit ball by Jacobson that the second baseman Felder just could not get to. Quickly brought back in, and it looked like they may have had a play at the plate, but Shaw, with some good speed at second base, scores.
Yeah, and the throw was up the line just a hair as well.
And because of that throw, the runner goes to second. Pitch in the dirt, scoots by Millard, but not advancing is the runner at second base in Jacobson. So Jacobson just gets credit with a base hit. She advances to second on the throw in on the plate, but is credited with 2 RBIs. 1-0 is the count. 1-0 pitch to Gurnt. Takes a strike on the outside. The count is 1-1. Jacobson, really the first Bulldog to take any pitches this inning, and she got it into a favorable count.
Yeah, did a nice job taking those couple balls early and got her pitch she wanted.
Called inside strike to Gurnt. She turned away, thought maybe it was too far inside, but that strike's been there. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes to Gurnt. Runner at second base with 1 out. 1-2 pitch, and that ball lined into right field, and on the run is Tracer, and it's out of her reach, and then going to scoop by her. Took a bad angle. Scoring from second is Jacobson. Gurnt wheeled around from second. She'll go to third. The throw not in time. She slides in. It's cut off in the infield. And it's 6-4. MFL MarMac in the lead. A triple by Caitlin Gurnt.
And just like that, the Bulldogs are back in this game.
You knew that it was early in this ball game, and both these teams offensively have been able to put up some runs. They've been better as the season has went on. And the Bulldogs making up some ground here in the bottom of the third inning. Still 1 out. Emily Traster bouncing ball back to the mound. They've got the runner caught between third and home, but instead, Willie looks at the runner who stops halfway. She goes to first base to get the out, and scoring without a throw to home is Gurnt. So they had her dead to right, but Willie took the out for out number 2. Bulldogs take the break, and they're back within 6-5.
Yeah, she stared right at her. She was halfway between third and home. But I guess, I don't know if she was unsure where to throw it, so she just went to first to get the out.
So now nobody on. Najenko is up to bat, who popped out to second. And it's now 6-5 here in the bottom of the third inning. So MFL MarMac has scored 5 runs in this inning on an error, and then you just had a mental error. Reaching for the outside pitch is Najenko, did not get to it. And I believe it is now a ball and a strike. So 1-1. But, yeah, Willie did the right thing. And this is a freshman on the mound, so you're learning this position. Pitch in the dirt there. The count goes to 2-1. But she looked right at the runner, and the runner stopped in her tracks.
Yeah, initially she did it perfectly, but then it was like, well, do I throw to third or home? And she couldn't make up her mind, so she just went to first to get the out, I think, and then that allowed the run to score easily.
So it's a ball and a strike to Najenko. Becomes the 8th Bulldog to bat. 1-1 pitch. That's fouled over the MFL or the Clayton Ridge dugout up the third baseline, and it is now a ball and 2 strikes.
I think you got to just run straight at the runner in that situation.
Yep.
Get the runner going one way or the other.
Absolutely. Make the runner make a choice there. 1-2 pitch, slow bouncing ball up the third baseline, glove there by Eilers in foul territory. And she throws it across the diamond anyway, and it's a ball and 2 strikes yet. We mentioned Coach Monroe back for MFL MarMac. Great to catch up with him before the ball game. Coached at Valley, led them to the regional final a couple of different times. The 2001 team is the team that I remember. 1-2 pitch, popped up, giving a look there is Millard out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The beard has grown a little bit for him through the years since we've seen him.
Yep, it's kind of his look.
Yep, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, and here's a soft liner gloved right back to the mound by Willie. So good piece of hitting by Najenko, took it back up the middle, but into the glove of Willie, who lines out there for the 3rd out of the inning. So for MFL MarMac, they score 5 runs in the inning. They do it on 3 hits, helped out by a couple of errors. They leave nobody. It is now 6-5. We've played 3 here in Monona. Eagles in the lead. Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
Eagle Bulldog Softball is brought to you in part by Ashbacker Building Supplies in Rossville, Ems Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Sincere Lures Interiors by Kay in Monona, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Agent Laney Keel, your New York Life Insurance Company agent in Garnavillo, Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and by Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Kira Felder, Carly Willie, Audrey Ostrander. Felder popped out to second her last at-bat, squared to bunt, stabbed at it, missed it. The count is 0-1. So Felder, a pop-out victim to second base, 0 for 1 in this ball game, 9-1-2 in the Clayton Ridge lineup. 6-5, we got a ball game. 0-1 pitch called strike on the outside. The count goes to 0-2. For Clayton Ridge, 6 runs, 7 hits. They've committed 2 errors. For MFL MarMac, 5 runs, 5 hits, and they have not committed an error. One error defensively. And Felder, pitch upstairs, 0-2, and she looks it high, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. But MFL MarMac right back in it, 5 runs in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, I don't think either one of these teams is going to be out of it till the end.
Lots of offense. And for both these teams. And here is now the pitch upstairs, away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. I just think it says that how these teams have continued to get better offensively. Clayton Ridge batting .291 as a team. We did them, 9 or 10 days ago, and they were batting at about .210 as a team. 2-2 pitch, and that pitch called strike 3. Felder caught looking. Strikeout number 5, or actually 4, recorded there by Traster. And it's out number 1 here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, I wonder if that was kind of beginning of the turnaround for the Eagles, that game we did a few days ago.
Scored 8 runs against Central that night. They lost 10-8 in that ball game, but put up 8 runs, had the 8-7 lead going into the 7th inning. So top of the lineup, and Carly Willie is now up to bat. Willie hits a slow bouncing ball. Third baseman charging in his Gurnt. Fields it halfway up the line. Throw across the diamond. Good stretch by the left-handed glove of Autumn Shaw. They get Willie by half a step at first base for the 2nd out of the inning.
And a nice job of barehanding that one. She didn't pick it up with her glove, just picked it up with the bare hand and fired it over.
Willie, who's now 1 for 3, she had singled in 2 runs her last at-bat. So that brings up Audrey Ostrander, who was 2 for 2. She has singled and scored, doubled in a run, and scored. And the chance to be retired for the first time in order for Clayton Ridge in this ballgame. Yeah. 2 outs, and Ostrander up to bat.
If I'm the left fielder, I think I might be standing right on that left field line here.
Just hugging it at this point, right?
Yep.
That's where Ostrander has had a couple of her hits. And working is Traster to Ostrander. And here's a bouncing ball. Shortstop Wickner fields it to her left. Good throw across the diamond, and the Eagles retired in order for the first time tonight. A shutdown inning for MFL MarMac. Halfway through this one, 6-5, Eagles in the lead. Let's take this break.
Stop into Nightingale Drug in Guttenberg to find that perfect gift for that special occasion. We have Silver Stars jewelry line, Gans and Carson home decor, Simply Noel purses and bags, Melissa and Doug toys, and baby items. Need that last-minute greeting card? Stop in and see our large selection. We have something for every occasion. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town, family-friendly business, located along Highway 52 in Guttenberg. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season. So now here in the bottom of the fourth inning, 6-5. Clayton Ridge leads MFL MarMac. Autumn Shaw, Caitlin Pika, Amelia Wickner, 9-1-2 in the MFL MarMac lineup here in the bottom of the fourth. This pitch, foul ball, making out of play, and the count goes to now 1 ball and 2 strikes as we get you caught up. Shaw, left-handed hitting first baseman. Bounced out to short her previous at-bat. She is 0 for 1. 7-8-9 spot for MFL MarMac, yet to be on base. And reaching out for it, swinging through, got a piece of it. Swinging through it at first, it looked like was Shaw, but just got enough to hang on the 1-2 pitch.
Yeah, must have got just a part of it there.
So we'll do it again with a ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the fourth inning, 1-run ball game. Eagles in the lead. 1-2 pitch and reaching out for it and lining the ball to the shortstop. Willie is Shaw. Willie makes a nice play, ranging over to her left at second base, able to reach out for it there above the head. Makes the play on the lineup for out number 1, robbing Shaw of a base hit.
Yeah, real good range there. I thought that was going to get through. I thought that was going to fall, but great range by the shortstop.
Caitlin Pika is now up to bat. Pika is 1 for 2, singled in the first inning, and was safe on an error and scored. MFL MarMac did all their scoring as part of a 5-run fourth inning. First pitch is a ball, and the count is 1-0. So the top of the lineup here for MFL MarMac. Pika takes a pitch on the outside. The count is a ball and a strike. Our home plate umpire, Jason Halverson, has been consistently good behind the home plate tonight. We're not just saying that because we like the guy. 1-1 pitcher is a deep fly ball. This is to deep right field, and it's over the head of the right fielder, Traster. It's extra bases. Pika wheeled around from second. They missed the cutoff, and Pika stand-up triple with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So the tying run advancing to third base for MFL MarMac as Traster tried to backpedal, and it was trouble from the get-go.
Yeah, that's one you just need to turn and sprint. I don't know if she would have got there or not. It was a nice hard hit ball there by Pika, but misplayed it just slightly there.
Amelia Wickner is up to bat. Wickner has reached base twice, credited with a sacrifice in the first inning, and also singled and scored in the third. But now the Bulldogs, who were once down 6-0, have a chance to tie the game up here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So they have not won away in this ball game. Number 2 spot in the lineup, bouncing ball, that's right up the middle, base hit, game now tied. So Amelia Wickner, has her second base hit of the ball game. Pika scores from third. We're knotted at 6 here in the fourth.
Yep, good hard hit ball right back up the middle, and here the Bulldogs go again. Top of the order, really getting it done.
Boy, their second time through the lineup, just like Clayton Ridge's second time through, they have been able to make good contact. Ashley Shaw is 0 for 2. Popped out to first, safe on an error and scored. Pitch in the dirt. The count is 1-0. As far as stolen base-wise, MFL MarMac, only 26 stolen bases. Don't run as much as some of the other teams you'll see, but again, you also have where they've been able to advance on pass balls, wild pitches. Those aren't in their stats. Pitch outside, they snap throw it to first base. Miller to soft throw to Deitmeyer, so back in there standing up is Wickner on a pitch that was called a ball, I believe, and the count 2-0. So 2-0 to the 3 spot in Shaw. 2-0 pitch hit by the pitch. So Willie hasn't walked anybody, but that's the first batter she's plucked. So there's runners on second and first with 1 out now for MFL MarMac, and Ayla Gurnt is now up to bat. Gurnt singled in the first, popped out back to the mound, back in the third inning. And MFL MarMac threatening with the lead now here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Yeah, they're looking to score some more runs after that big third inning.
We will see Shaw replaced by a courtesy runner. It will be number 14 coming in to run for MFL MarMac, and that is Casey Pika. So Pika is the courtesy runner. So technically we have, as it turns out, a couple of Pikas in the lineup for this ball game now for MFL MarMac. So we get that taken care of. Casey Pika is a freshman as a courtesy runner. So second and first, that's Wickner at second. Pitch upstairs to Ayla Gerndt. Second and first with one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. MFL MarMac went down for the first time in order in the second inning, but since that point, they've put together 6 runs, and done it on 5 hits. Pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 2-0. And Willie has found herself behind on some of these counts here now.
Yeah, she isn't doing quite as good a job as she was earlier in the game.
So you start to kind of invite trouble when you put hitters into good counts. 2-0 pitch. Here's a hard bouncing ball to Deitmeyer. Steps on the bag. She'll get the force there. A heads-up play by Deitmeyer to just hug it. Step on first base as she just reached over to the left. Wickner advances to third. Pika to second base, but now 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, good heads-up play by Deitmeyer there, but essentially it was a sacrifice. Moved the runners over, and another base hit will give the Bulldogs the lead.
So Morgan Jacobson is 1 for 2, safe on a fielder's choice, and drove in 2 runs her last at-bat. Takes a strike there. The count is 0-1. She got MFL MarMac really going. Had a base hit to bring them back within 6-3. She would later score. Back in the third inning when the Bulldogs scored 5 runs. 0-1 pitch, pops it up, out over the backstop, out of play. Count is 0-2, so Willie, after falling behind on several hitters this inning, back where you want her to be.
Yeah, now she's ahead. Now it's kind of in her control. She can put it where she wants it and the speed she wants.
Throw strikes early, throw strikes often.
Yep.
And the count is 0-2 to Jacobson. And here is now your 0-2 pitch. Fouls it back up against the fence in the backstop area. We'll do it again. The count is 0-2. Wickner, good speed at third. You've got good speed at second with Shaw. And there is 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning, tied at 6. MFL MarMac trying to take their first lead. Jacobson hits a soft liner. That's into center field. It's a base hit. Ostrander gets it on the hop. They quickly get it back into the infield, but the ball goes off the glove of Willie. That will allow the runner to go to second base. So it's a base hit and an RBI for Jacobson. She has driven in 3, and the Bulldogs have their first lead of the night.
Yeah, good hard hit ball by Jacobson right up the middle. Ostrander made a nice play to keep the runner at third, but the Bulldogs do get the lead off of that.
There will be an error on the catch, which allowed the runner to go to second base. So Caitlin Gerndt is now up to bat, takes the first pitch for a strike. The count is 0-1. Gerndt bounced out to second, tripled in a run in the third inning, and later scored. So MFL MarMac now leads 7-6. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Good job by Millard because, again, you'll see MFL MarMac, I think, be aggressive in anything that gets to the backstop.
Yeah.
2 outs, bottom of the fourth inning. MFL MarMac getting a big base hit from Jacobson. And 1-1 is the count to Gerndt. 1-1 pitch, takes it inside, turns the shoulder as it was too far inside. The count goes to 2 balls and a strike. MFL MarMac stayed with the game plan, didn't they?
Yeah, just take your time, keep hitting, get good at bats, and break through.
Bouncing ball right side of the infield. Felder gets it on the second hop. Easy handle. Flips it on over to the first baseman there. Gerndt retired, and that does it for MFL MarMac. But the Bulldogs pick up 2 runs. They do it on 3 hits, helped out by an error. They strand 2. We've played 4. MFL MarMac now leads 7-6.
Stop into Nightingale Drug. Are you looking for a new career? We're looking for a motivated, reliable worker with auto body experience or just mechanically inclined. Are you detail-oriented and looking for a challenge? An opportunity for growth? Want to work on an ever-changing variety of vehicles? We offer a laid-back work environment, high-end pay, great benefits, flexible work hours, and much more. Qualified candidates can expect high-end compensation. You won't be disappointed. Call Bob at Top Gun Customs to learn all the details. 563-964-9899.
As a busy mom, I have challenges keeping my family on track, but appointments for healthcare visits are no longer one of them. Veterans Memorial Hospital has now opened a new clinic and walk-on, so complete care for my entire family is more accessible than ever, and providers care for all ages, so everyone gets the care they need when they need it. It's a welcome addition for busy families like ours and our community. To learn more, go to veteransmemorialhospital.com.
Veterans Memorial.
Eagle Bulldog Softball is brought to you in part by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. The Luena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and by RGK Portable Building, serving Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin. You're listening to Upper Iowa Conference Softball on KEDR AM 1400 and FM 96.7. 3, 4, and 5 in the Clayton Ridge lineup. Camden Deitmeyer, Madison Eilers, Alyssa Willie to lead things off. Now trailing for the first time tonight here in the top of the 5th inning with our score 7-6. Deitmeyer is 1 for 2. She has bounced out to short and singled in a run and took the first pitch for a ball. This pitch is a ball inside. The count is 2-0. So 7-6 is our score. Clayton Ridge scored 1 in the first, 4 in the second, 1 in the third, led 6-0. But MFL MarMac 5 in the third, 2 in the fourth. They lead 7-6. Bouncing ball between short and third. Deitmeyer has a leadoff single here in the top of the 5th inning, and the ball scoots by the left fielder Najenko, which will allow Deitmeyer to advance to second base. So fielded it, did not come up with it cleanly. So it's a base hit, then an error, which moves the tying run into scoring position with nobody out here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, good hard hit ball, and then we've talked about how dry it's been. You can get some bad hops sometimes. You just got to smother that thing.
Yeah, again, really got to square it up, get in front of it with the body. So Madison Eilers is up to bat. She is 1 for 2, singled in a run and bounced out to second. Nobody out, top of the 5th inning, pitch in the dirt. The count is 1-0. So MFL MarMac leading by 1, tying run at second base, the 4 spot in the Clayton Ridge lineup here. And Traster falls behind to Eilers. The Eagles' top hitter, 1-0 pitch in the dirt and low and outside, and the count goes to 2-0. So we talk about getting ahead on hitters, and Eilers looking at a great hitters count, 2-0. 2-0, 3-1. You make a living getting into those counts. And here is the 2-0 pitch to Eilers. Pops it up in the infield. The third baseman drops the ball by the circle of the pitcher's mound. Does not come up with it cleanly. Everybody is safe. Deitmeyer stays at second. A break for Clayton Ridge. The second error of the inning for MFL MarMac. They have 2 on and nobody out. Probably an easier ball for the shortstop to get, as the third baseman Gurnt had to go a ways for that one.
Yeah, I thought the shortstop might be coming in on that one too. But yeah, break for the Eagles. Let's see if they can take advantage.
Alyssa Willie is up to bat. She is 1 for 2. A strikeout victim, doubled and scored. Bouncing ball that is just inside third base. It's down the line. Deitmeyer waved around from third. She'll score standing up. The game tied here in the top of the 5th. Base hit for Willie. She doubled last time. And moving on over to second base is Eilers. The Eagles here now threatening for the lead as the first 3 have reached here in the 5th.
Yep, here we go again. A lot of scoring in this game.
And now this is where the extra outs defensively start to kind of add up and lead to some crooked numbers. Amira Millard is up to bat. She is 1 for 2, singled and scored and bounced out to short. She is 1 for 2. Still 2 on, nobody out. Millard squares to bunt, misses it, and off and running on a delay steal to third base, and stealing underneath the tag there is the runner Eilers, who ducks in at third base. She didn't have to slide. She was there in plenty of time. Advancing to second is Willie as well, so now they're second and third as Millard squared to bunt, but they were trying to get a double steal going.
Yeah, I think she was just getting a big lead in case she got the bunt down, decided to just keep going.
And that brings up now Millard again, who is 1 for 2. And Millard lifts a high fly ball down the left field line, but well in front, lands on top of the batting cage down the left field line, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. So the first pitch was a ball. Millard pulled things back on the bunt attempt, and then you're right. Eilers hesitated between second and third, but got on down there. And here is now the 1-1 pitch. Changeup swinging through the upstairs pitch there. The count was actually 0-2. Millard went after the bunt attempt is what they ruled on the first pitch. So the count was actually 0-2. She chased a pitch upstairs and strikeout number 5 for Traster. And out number 1 here in the 5th.
Huge out. If they're the Eagles, you got to put it in play. You might score another run.
Lola Reimer is 0 for 2, but she has bounced out twice. Hits a ground ball here, likely a run. She fouls that one over the backstop. The count is 0-1. She bounced out to second, and then in the third inning, actually bounced out to third, but credited with an RBI, bringing in that run. And gets ahead, Traster does here, to, once again, Reimer, the number 7 hitter. So the count is 0-1. Second and third, 1 out, 0-1 pitch in the dirt, and it's a ball and a strike.
The second baseman is back, so yeah, if she can hit another ground ball to second, I think that's going to score a run.
MFL MarMac saying we're going to concede the run because they are back up the middle, though they are in at the corners. So it'll be looking one if the ball's hit to the corners. Traster delivers now the 1-1 pitch. Reimer bouncing ball past the diving third baseman Gurn off her glove hand, and it's into left field for a base hit. Should score 2. As Eiler scores, Willie waved around. She'll score without a throw. And Clayton Ridge has scored 3 runs here in the top of the 5th inning. They now lead 9-7.
Yeah, took the lead right back. Nice piece of hitting. Just yanked it hard down that line again.
And that is now 3 RBIs in the ball game by Lola Reimer, who laced it past the diving Caitlin Gurnt, reaching over to her left. So Camilla Millard is up to bat. She is 0 for 2, safe on an errand scored, and a strikeout victim. So this has become a back-and-forth game. Looks to bunt, the pitch is high. Reimer off and stealing the throw to second, and it is in time. She's throwing out trying to steal. A strike by Shaw laid it right on top of Wickner. Reimer slid into the tag, and she's out at second base for a big number 2 on this throw out. And a good job by Shaw, who got a good pitch to handle. So Millard up to bat and took that pitch for a ball. And Reimer thought maybe she was underneath the tag, but not the case. And that pitch is low, but a called strike, and the count is 1-1.
Did we, is this Reimer batting right now? Did we get off somewhere?
Well, we could have. Let's see.
On that strikeout, I wonder if we were correct earlier, because I think that was Millard that was thrown out there.
So it was Amira Millard. Well, we'll double check.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Swinging through that pitch, it is fouled up the third base line, and that is Reimer up to bat.
Yeah, it looks like Reimer.
Well, we have 2 outs in the inning, right?
Unless
there's only 1 out in the inning.
So that wasn't a strikeout.
So Millard was not struck out, okay?
So it was her that got the single.
So Millard actually got the base hit and 2 RBIs. And Reimer is now up to bat. So Millard actually headed to the dugout thinking she was out.
Fooled us, too.
It absolutely. That's the only bad thing about being in left center field broadcasting. And swinging through the pitch there is Reimer. And is Reimer a strikeout victim? She is. It was 2 strikes. She heads back to the dugout. There's the 5th strikeout recorded there by Traster. And it is a swinging strike. So now 2 outs. And Kiera Felder, actually Kamira Millard, is now up to bat. So Reimer strikes out for the 5th strikeout, and Millard is up to bat.
Yeah,
We've got a couple of Millards.
Amira Millard had the single and then was thrown out. Yep.
And here's a ball that is lined between short and third, and Camilla Millard, has a base hit. Amira had a base hit and 2 RBIs, but was thrown out trying to steal. Camilla has a base hit and a 2-out single for Clayton Ridge.
Yeah, now we're back on track here.
So Millard was thrown out trying to steal 2-6. If you're scoring at home, and we trust that you are. And Felder is up to bat. So number 9 hitter, Felder is 0 for 2, takes the pitch upstairs. The count is 1-0. So now that Shaw has thrown out a base runner, does that change your aggressiveness if you're Clayton Ridge?
You know, I kind of doubt it. I think Clayton Ridge is just going to stay aggressive no matter what here.
I think that would be wise. That's how you've played much of this season. Felder takes a pitch on the inside. The count is 0-2. The Eagles have scored 3 in this inning. It was Willie with a base hit and an RBI, and Amira Millard with a base hit to drive in 2 RBIs. So it is now 9-7. Clayton Ridge in the lead. And Traster delivers the 1-1 pitch. Swinging through the outside pitch is Felder. They look the runner back at first base, who has shown no signs of going yet. And the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Eagles' number 9 hitter. So, yeah, we were kind of looking at the lineup there, and, yep, it wouldn't be the first time that's happened. Here's a high fly ball. This is to the left center field alley, and it's going to be extra bases for Felder. They'll hold the runner at third base there in Millard, and actually the ball is dropped by the cutoff, so they'll send Millard. She'll score on a double by Felder. The throw comes into the plate where it's picked up by Shaw as Millard runs by her. She throws it down to third, and in sliding underneath the tag is Felder with a double and an RBI. 4 runs in the inning. Now 10-7 Clayton Ridge in the lead.
Yeah, good solid solid hit. Found the left center field alley there and got a nice double there.
Did
for
that
Felder.
ball not come clean to the cutoff there?
I think she bobbled it just a little bit.
And once that happened, they sent the runner at third base because they were not initially going to send Camilla Millard.
Yep. Again, we see that aggressiveness that they've shown all game.
So Carly Willie is up to bat, who is 1 for 3, the leadoff hitter for Clayton Ridge. Took the first pitch, I believe, for a ball. 1-0 pitch there. It is a strike at the knees. The count is 1-1. Willie, a strikeout victim in the first, singled in 2 runs in the second inning and later scored and bounced out to third. Eagles, after falling behind for the first time, have answered here in the top of the 5th inning. But we've got a ways to go in this ball game. Pitch and fouling it off the backstop there is Willie, and we'll do it with the count at a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think we'll see a few more runs in this game. Yeah.
And maybe a case for both these teams. We mentioned just the way the winds tonight, this has 13-12 written all over it. And the way these teams have scored runs recently, Willie is the 8th Eagle to bat and pitch that is downstairs, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. I will say this about our pitchers. Traster hasn't walked anybody, and Willie hasn't walked anybody.
No, I think we had a hit batter, and that's been it.
So it once again is 2 balls and 2 strikes. So these pitchers doing what they should be doing. 2-2 pitch off the end of the bat, scoots foul up the first base line, and that ball will just hug the grass and not kick back fair as the catcher Shaw able to go get it. It had that kind of funny spin. If it maybe hits the lip of that grass, you could see it kick back,
Yep.
but it never got to the lip of the grass. That's why you want to say you hustle it out till you hear the umpire say that it's foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch, and it's a pop-up. This is shallow right field, and the center fielder in right center field is Gert, going to her knees. Makes the play in right center field, covering ground, Ayla Gert, to rob Willie of a base hit, possibly extra bases. But the Eagles score 3 runs in the inning. They do it on 3 hits, helped out by a couple of errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Now 10-7, Clayton Ridge in the lead.
This is Michael Erickson at Central State Bank. We provide a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you don't deal with a branch or department, you deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Find the perfect gift for birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries at Clayton Drug in Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner. Each store is unique in its own character and design, but all have gift items that would be the perfect gift. Clayton Drug is proud to carry many name brand lines such as Mud Pie, Young Living Oils, Greenleaf Candles, Melissa and Doug Educational Toys and Gifts, CJ Gibson, and many more. Check our Facebook page for shopping specials available at each location. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve you. Check out their website, www.bodimp.com, for great deals on new and pre-owned equipment. From turf equipment to agricultural and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so come run with us at Bodensteiner Implement Company. Bodensteiner Implement is a proud sponsor of all high school sporting events, and we wish all our local athletes great success.
Here we are, bottom of the 5th inning. Emily Traster on an 0-1 pitch after she fouled the first pitch out of play. It's a bouncing ball right back to the mound, fielded by Carly Willie. Traster, second time in a row. She's bounced back to the mound, and that is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Garnett Najenko is up to bat. The 7-8-9 hitters for MFL MarMac as of right now are 0 for 7 in this ball game. So that's kind of the difference right now is Clayton Ridge, their 7-8-9 hitters have scored 3 of their 10 runs.
Yeah, we talked about that at the beginning of the show, how important it was to get that some production out of the bottom of the order. You know, they're not going to give you a ton, but you got to get something out of it.
Now, the good news is they're putting the ball into play, but just nothing to show for it right now. So Najenko is 0 for 2, popped out, lined back to the mound, and on the first pitch, hits it right back to the mound. Najenko, second player in a row to bounce right back to Carly Willie, and that's 2 up and 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, real quick, and the Eagles need this after the 3rd and 4th innings.
So can Clayton Ridge get the shutdown inning after taking the lead in the top of the 5th inning? The Eagles actually scored 3 runs on 4 hits in the top of the inning. Shaw up to bat, swings right through an outside pitch. The count is 0-1. Autumn Shaw is 0 for 2, bounced out to short, and also lined out to short. So she's hit the ball twice right to Alyssa Willie, the Clayton Ridge shortstop. Outside pitch, pops it up. This is shallow left field. Reimer got a good jump on it, but cannot get to it. Going to fall in front of her. Base hit for Autumn Shaw. That is the 9th hit for MFL MarMac, and a 2-out base hit. Reimer had a lot of ground to have to get to try to get to that ball.
Yeah, and Shaw's got a real inside-out swing for a lefty. It's going to go to left field with that swing.
And that brings up the top of the lineup with Caitlin Pika. Pika is been on base 3 times, so exactly what you want from your leadoff hitter. Takes the first pitch outside, step throw down to first base. There's not a tag, as Shaw wasn't that far off. She's able to get back there. Pika singled in the first inning, safe on an error in the third, tripled and scored in the 4th inning. She started that rally in the 4th. Pitch upstairs, the count is 2-0. So Willie, the only time she's really gotten into trouble is when she's fallen behind on the count.
Yep.
And she is behind right now on Caitlin Pika, the leadoff hitter. 2-0 pitch. This is a pop-up. Catcher Millard goes up the third base line about a fourth of the way up, calls for it, makes the play in foul territory. Pika pops out to the catcher in foul territory for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Bulldogs, no runs a hit. They leave 1. We've played 5, 10-7. Clayton Ridge in the lead.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is asking members to do the summer shift. No, it's not a dance. Simply reduce your electricity use between the hours of 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. on weekdays. That's when power costs the most. So turn up the thermostat, delay the dishwasher, shift the start of laundry, and you can help keep the electricity rates affordable. This summer savings message is brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Alameda Clayton, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Alameda Clayton Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Eagle Bulldog Softball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency Monona, Auto, Home Business, Crop Farm and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Conoco Floor Covering in Monona, Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, and by LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Now in the top of the 6th inning, it is 10-7. Clayton Ridge leads MFL MarMac. Audrey Ostrander hits a bouncing ball on the ground. Gert on one knee fields it. The throw across the diamond, not in time. With Ostrander's speed, Gert had to go to a knee to get it, reaching to the left, but that allowed Ostrander to leg it out for an infield single.
Yeah, just too much speed by Ostrander there. She really gets down the line well.
And Ostrander, who has scored 2 runs, now has her 3rd hit, and this is an infield single. So Camden Deitmeyer is up to bat. Deitmeyer is 2 for 3, bounced out to short, singled in a run in the 2nd inning, and then singled and scored in the 5th inning. Nobody out. Eagles with a runner on first base here. Pitch to Deitmeyer's outside. The count is 1-0. Ostrander stumbled, looking to go from first to second base, lost her footing, and they throw it down to first base as she's back in time, plenty of time getting back to the bag.
I'm surprised she didn't go there.
I think she was going, but because of the stumble, lost her footing and was able to get back to the bag. So the first pitch was a ball to Deitmeyer. Here's a bouncing ball. Shortstop Wickner gets a high hop. She'll go to first base. Ostrander was off and running on contact. And Ostrander advances to second as Deitmeyer bounces out to short. Fielded by Wickner on the high hop, who throws it across the diamond to Shaw. And that is the first out here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, nice job by Wickner. Again, a little bit of a high hop there, but she did a nice job staying with it and firing over to first.
One of those deals that because Ostrander going, there's no force at second base. Madison Eilers is up to bat. Eilers is 1 for 3, and the first pitch is high. The count is 1-0. Eilers singled, also bounced out to second, safe on an error, and scored. So she is 1 for 3 in this ball game, which has actually brought down her average. She was 22 of 48 coming into the ball game tonight. but has been on base a couple of times for Clayton Ridge. Good speed at second base with Ostrander. And here is a high fly ball, high pop-up, edge of the infield, and it's going to fall in there for a base hit. So advancing to third will be Ostrander, who made sure the ball was down, but that was just in the Bermuda Triangle area behind second base. Wickner and Pika, the middle of the infield, out of their reach, and Gert had such a long ways to go. Eilers with a bloop base hit. Advancing to third is Ostrander. Runners on the corners with one out.
Yeah, like you said, just, again, not hard hit, but found that green grass just out of the reach of about 3 different players.
Alyssa Willie is up to bat. Willie is 2 for 3. Strikeout victim, doubled and scored, singled and scored, and she drove in a run. Squares to bunt, but she's bluffing all the way because they want the runner, Eilers, to go from first to second. And they throw it back to the mound, and it gets by the pitcher, Traster. So that will allow the runner to score in Ostrander from third. An error from MFL MarMac on just the throw back.
I think a little bit of a mental error. The pitcher thought it was going down, but the catcher was throwing to the pitcher, and, they just weren't able to complete anything there.
So Willie, bluffing to bunt, took it for a ball. The count is 1-0. Now 11-7. And this ball is lined sharply well in front of it. Is Willie down the left field line, lands on top of the batting cage. Second time we've seen that tonight. And the count is 1-1.
He straightens that one out just a little bit. That might have a chance to get out of the park.
You know, in third and first situations, most teams have a number of different options. You can throw it down, go after the runner. You can fake the throw, look the runner back. And maybe have a middle infielder come before second base to get a short throw, but there was some miscommunication all the way around there.
Yep.
And 1-1. Ball fisted up against the backstop. The count is 1-2. And that's where you work on those situations, and some sort of message was not received there.
Yep. That's, everyone's got to have a plan for those first and third situations.
Sometimes you act like you're throwing it down to second base and just snap it back to the mound. But that looked to me like that throw was going back to the mound. Pitch upstairs. And she falls behind here now on Willie, I believe. I think it's and now evened up, actually.
Yep, 2-2.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think the catcher was definitely throwing it back to the pitcher. The pitcher just wasn't ready for it.
So evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner in scoring position. Eagles now up by 4 runs because of that error. 2-2 pitch outside. The count is 3-2. So this is what we've talked about. You know, these types of errors in a ball game like this, I mean, you can't give away outs against anybody,
right.
But especially in a ball game where you've got 2 teams that are pretty evenly matched when you look at the numbers.
Yep, it's going to be a close game. You've got to make those routine plays.
3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch, bouncing ball, diving is Gert out of her reach. It's into left field. Advancing to third will be Eilers. Base hit and wheeling around from first and going to second without a throw down there is going to be a Willie. So Willie with a base hit, 3rd hit of the inning. Advancing to second on the cutoff throw back into the infield. 2 on in scoring position for Clayton Ridge with 1 out.
And chance for another big inning here for the Eagles.
So this is Amira Millard, who drove in 2 runs her last at-bat, even though it looked like that she thought she actually had struck out.
Yeah, this is the one that fooled us.
And second and third, first pitch takes it outside. It's a called strike. The count is 0-1. MFL MarMac still up the middle defensively. So again, at this point, they're still going to concede the run for an out. But trailing by 4 runs, now getting into the later stages of this ball game. And the 0-1 pitch, Miller lifts a high pop-up, a major league pop-up, shallow left field. The Janko on the run, calls for it, makes the play, and because she's able to make the play running in towards the edge of the infield, you can't take Eilers. So Eilers stays at third base, and a big out number 2 as Millard hits a high pop-up to shallow left field for the second out.
Yep, and she did a nice job of running in, getting her momentum going to home plate if she would have had to make that throw.
This would be big for MFL MarMac to keep it at a 4-run deficit with Lola Reimer up to bat, 2 in scoring position with 2 outs. Reimer has bounced out twice, hits a bouncing ball up the third baseline, foul, and the count is 0-1. Reimer has bounced out twice and also struck out, as actually drove in a run for Clayton Ridge. Every Eagle in the lineup has reached base in this ball game tonight. And if you look at their lineup, every one of them has a hit with the exception of Reimer. So the pitch is downstairs, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. So she's saying, I'm due.
Yeah, now would be a great time for her if you're an Eagles fan.
Yeah, base hit, scores 2 right now. And the count is a ball and a strike. Number 7 spot in the lineup. And Here is now Traster's 1-1 pitch, and this ball's lined into right field, and it falls in. Reimer joins the hit parade, and it scoots by the right fielder, Schuler. Scoring from second base will be Millard. Reimer waved around from second. She'll stand up right there. It's a base hit, but advances 2 bases on the air and 2 RBIs. It's 13-7. Clayton Ridge in the lead.
Just a huge hit by Reimer there. Those 2 runs could end up being big yet.
So that means every Eagle in the lineup has a base hit in this ball game. And the other thing is, 8 of the 9 positions have scored at least 1 run here. So it has been a team effort. And Camilla Millard is up to bat, who is 1 for 3 but has scored 2 runs. Safe on an error, struck out, and singled and scored. Fouls the first pitch out of play. The count is 0-1. 13-7 now. And it's been a case there where teams have scored in runs of touchdowns in this game.
Yep.
Clayton Ridge led 6-0. MFL MarMac answered, led 7-6. Clayton Ridge has scored 7 unanswered runs. Millard pitch in the dirt, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. So hitting is contagious. And for Clayton Ridge, it's been the later part of this ball game now, as they've scored 3 runs in back-to-back innings. Swinging through that pitch is Millard, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
And again, we see the 7, 8, 9 hitters of Clayton Ridge getting on and getting key hits when they need them.
Yeah, that's been the difference. They have gotten production from the bottom of their lineup. And once again, the count is a ball and 2 strikes to Millard. 1-2 pitch inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Clayton Ridge has only been retired in order once in this game. Otherwise, they have scored in every other inning. So 5 of the 6 innings, they've scored at least a run. And threatening still with 2 outs here in the 6th. 2-2 pitch. That ball hit off the end of the bat. Second baseman, that is Pika, reaching over to the right, makes the play on the run towards second base. Millard, soft line out for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Eagles pick up 3 runs. They do it on 4 hits, helped out by an error. They now lead 13-7, going to the bottom of the 6th.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer of Guttenberg or Bill Garms in Monona a call. You can reach Andy and Troy at 563-252-2471 or Bill at 563-880-5530. They can help you and your family be good at life. Bottom of the 6th inning, Amelia Wickner, who is 2 for 2 in this ball game, has reached base 3 times with 2 base hits and 2 runs scored. Hit a bouncing ball to the 3rd baseman, Eilers. Eilers fields it, gloved it over to her left, throw across to Deitmeyer, and it's 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ashley Shaw, the catcher, is now up to bat with quickly 1 out. Shaw takes a pitch. It's right across the belt level. The count is 0-1. Shaw popped out to first, safe on an error and scored, hit by a pitch. Can MFL MarMac rally from a 6-run deficit? They came back from 5 runs down earlier. Pitch strike on the outside there. The count is 0-2.
They got the meat of their order up here, so this is the time.
And Clayton Ridge thinking about, let's just get outs. In the 0-2 pitch upstairs, it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. You'll exchange runs for outs in this situation in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yep.
13 runs for Clayton Ridge in this ball game. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Try to check her swing with Shaw. They say she broke the wrist. Strikeout number 1 by Willie. And it's out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th.
2 big outs right away against 2 of the better hitters for the Bulldogs.
Clayton Ridge, 13 runs, 15 hits. And here on the first pitch, by the way, is Ayla Gurnt to the third baseman, Eilers. Gets the hop, the throw across the diamond, and it is in time. By the way, that was Shaw up to bat. Shaw was up to bat and hit the ground ball to third base for out number 2. She got a piece of that last pitch.
Okay.
So we're right on line. That is not a strikeout, but there is out number 2. So Ayla Gurnt is up to bat. Gurnt is 1 for 3, and the first pitch, it's a bouncing ball into center field between short and second, jumped over second base, and Gurnt has a base hit, a 2-out single, and a base runner on here in the bottom of the 6th for MFL MarMac.
We'll see what the Bulldogs can do with 2 outs, see if they can get a little rally going.
For MFL MarMac, that is their now 10th hit of the ball game. So both teams double figures hit-wise in this ball game.
Yeah, both teams have done a really nice job putting the bat on the ball.
Morgan Jacobson has 2 hits in this ball game and has driven in 3 runs. Jacobson has reached base in this ball game 3 times. Safe on a fielder's choice, singled in 2 runs and scored, and also singled in a run in the 4th inning. Takes the first pitch high. The count is 1-0. So 13-7 is our score. We are here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and working once again here is Willie. Pitch in the dirt, and the count goes to 2-0. Willie and Treaster, pitchers, have done their jobs. They know they're going to give up some hits, and they've thrown strikes. Defense, okay. Hasn't been great for either team, but certainly some improvement. 2-0 pitch, bouncing ball right back to the mound. Millie gets it on a hop, throws it on over to the first baseman, Deitmeyer. Willie filling her position well as Jacobson bounced back to the mound. So for MFL MarMac, no runs, a hit, they leave a runner. Through 6, 13-7. Eagles in the lead.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Eagle Bulldog Softball is brought to you in part by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Clayton County Recycling. Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Furniture Showcase in Allwine, and KAR Auto Group. Top of the 7th inning, Clayton Ridge to lead things off here for them is going to be Kiera Felder. Hits a pop-up. This is up the third base line, and calling for it there is the third baseman, and that is Caitlin Gert. Calls for it, makes the play. Was she in fair territory there?
It's hard to tell. Right
on the line
Yep.
for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th inning. So Clayton Ridge leading 13-7. And Felder now 1 for 4 after popping out to third base. She had doubled in a run in the 5th inning. Carly Willie, pitcher of record right now for Clayton Ridge, and the leadoff hitter, is 1 for 4 with a run scored and drove in 2 runs. And also she has struck out, bounced out to third, flew out to center field. Takes the first pitch for a ball. The count is 1-0. MFL MarMac in the bottom of the 7th inning will send up Caitlin Gurnt, Emily Traster, Garnett Najenko. That'll be 6, 7, and 8 in their lineup. Bouncing ball, shortstop Wickner gets a nice hop to handle there at waist level. 2-hopper, Willie bounces out to short as Wickner fields it well, throws a strike across the diamond to Shaw. 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning.
Yeah, we just saw the Eagles have a quick inning, and the Bulldogs are trying to return the favor here.
Audrey Ostrander is 3 for 4. She has scored 3 runs from the 2 spot in the lineup. She has 2 singles and a double, and also drove in a run. MFL MarMac will try to hold serve here. Clayton Ridge has scored in 5 of the 6 innings coming into the 7th. And here's a pop-up. Third baseman calling for it. It's actually the pitcher, Treaster, going near the line, catches it on the run, stumbling into foul territory up the third base line. Covered a lot of ground to get that one. And the Eagles go down in order for only the 2nd time tonight. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Clayton Ridge try to close the deal. the Bulldogs trying to rally right after this.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. Not ready for a new ATV or UTV? TNT Power Sports has a nice selection of clean used units available. Contact Brian, Master Certified Technician, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase, or to schedule service work to keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play. Call 563-245-1100 or stop in and visit with Brian or Tracy at TNT Power Sports, north of Elkader on Highway 13 today. Bottom of the 7th inning to lead things off, Caitlin Gurnt. First pitch takes it into right field. It's a leadoff single for MFL MarMac in the bottom of the 7th inning. Gurnt now 2 for 4. She had tripled in a run and scored, and also bounced out to second twice. Took that pitch into right field between first and second, and the leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bulldogs trailing by 6, and that brings up Emily Traster. Pops it up over the MFL MarMac dugout of the first base side, out of play. The count is 0-1. So this is the case now where the bottom of the lineup can certainly get this going for MFL MarMac, and they need to have any chance.
Yeah, they're going to have to get some production here.
Traster fouled the first pitch out of play, takes that pitch down and low. The count is 1-0. Traster is 0 for 2. She is lined out to short, bounced back to the mound twice. So the count is 1-1. You don't expect the Bulldogs to be aggressive on the base paths. 1-1 pitch, striking the outside. The count is 1-2. I think you should be anyway, playing base to base, right?
Yeah, you've got to. You can't give away any outs here.
And here's the 1-2 pitch to Tracer. Slow bouncing ball. That's the shortstop, Willie. Fields it in the 5.5 hole. Goes to second base to get the force there. They try to turn it, but by that time, Tracer had legged it out, so she's safe on the fielder's choice. But a good decision by Willie, who I don't know if has a play at first base across the diamond, to go to the shorter throw at second base to get Gurnt on the force out.
Yeah, real nice play there. And she's moving away from second base, and just a real solid play by the Eagles.
So that brings up Garnett Najenko, who is 0 for 3, popped out to second, lined out back to the mound, and also bounced back to the mound. Takes the first pitch for a ball. The count is 1-0. But the Eagles have now whittled it down to 2 outs here that they need in the bottom of the 7th inning. And this ball is a one-hopper, trying to backhand it is Willie. It's going to get underneath her glove, and it's going to go into left field. So that'll be a base hit. As Najenko hit the ball hard, Willie had actually taken a step towards second base and tried to reach back. Could not make the play, but the 7 and 8 hitters have reached, and the 9 spot comes up for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, just what they needed. And, yeah, like you said, I think the shortstop was headed towards second to cover there.
And, again, you have Autumn Shaw, who is 1 for 3. Shaw bounced out to short, lined out to short, and singled. Traster is at second. Najenko is at first base. 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning. Clayton Ridge leads 13-7. They're trying to get their 5th conference win. Pitch that's upstairs and away, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. We mentioned both these teams finished with tough conference games to close. Clayton Ridge has Turkey Valley. MFL MarMac has North Fayette. 1-1 pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. So Autumn Shaw looking to extend it and get the top of the base, top of the lineup a chance. That's where the Bulldogs scored 5 runs in the 3rd inning, was with the top of the lineup. 2-1 pitch, it's upstairs, and the count goes to 3-1. So one of the few times tonight, Willie's fallen well behind.
Yeah, and you don't want to walk the 9 hitter here. You need them to put it in play and let your defense make the out.
So it's 3 balls and a strike. I still think looking to hit with the count 3-1. 3-1 pitch, it's upstairs, but popped up. Deitmeyer, even with first base, calls for it and makes the play. Certainly a pitch that was worth chasing. Shaw pops it up into the infield, and the Bulldogs are down to their final out here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, and they do have the top of the order here, but down to their last out.
So Caitlin Pika now up to bat. Pika has 2 hits in this ball game. A single, safe on an air and scored. Tripled and scored. First pitch takes it, it's high, and the count is 1-0. Carly Willie and has done a good job on the mound. I mean, MFL MarMac has had to string together hits in this ball game tonight. Here's a bouncing ball. Second baseman, that's actually Deitmeyer, comes over to field it. Now races up the line. Does she tag the runner out? They look and they call her out there. Good play by Deitmeyer. Reaching over towards second base to field it, races to the bag and reaches out to get the runner there for the third out of the inning. It is Clayton Ridge. After that loss to Southwind, they put together 13 runs on 15 hits. The Eagles pick up their 5th conference victory. They win by a final score of 13-7. The Eagles improve to 8-15, 5-8 in the conference. MFL MarMac drops to 7-18, 7-6 in the conference. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews. Your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to high school softball from KEDR Sports.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Eagle Bulldog Softball is brought to you in part by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. The Luena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. And by RGK Portable Building, serving northeast Iowa and southwest Wisconsin. You're listening to Upper Iowa Conference Softball on KEDR AM 1400 and FM 96.7. Welcome back to Monona. Our final score, it is Clayton Ridge over MFL MarMac 13-7. We're joined by MFL MarMac softball coach LaVirgil Monroe. Coach, first off here, slow start to this ball game for your team. Fell down early, but certainly worked your way back.
Yeah, they fought their way back. We told them we wanted them to start clawing their way back, and we did, and we just couldn't keep them off the bases, and, you know, our differential pitch speeds was not enough to throw them off.
Yeah, that was the difference. Clayton Ridge had 15 hits in this ball game. So, I mean, as it turns out, they had to hit the ball to beat you in this game.
Yep.
Let's talk about individually, though, but the second time through the lineup, it seems like you guys really settled in offensively.
Yeah, the top of the order really hit the ball hard, and that's what we were looking for, is to hit the ball hard and get it to the outfield and maybe even get a few extra bases.
You mentioned the top of the lineup. Caitlin Pika and Amelia Wickner both had 2 hits. Let's start there with those 2 kids.
Yeah, they're our spark plugs, them, and you got to throw in Ashley Shaw there too. But there's 3 of them right in a row there that can flat out hit the ball.
Yeah, Ashley Shaw scored a run in this ball game, but put the ball in play every time. The other thing is Morgan Jacobson and Caitlin Gurnt, they each also had a couple of hits for you as well in this ball game.
Yeah,
and so did Ayla Gurnt.
I got some key RBIs there. That's what we talk about all the time. We get them in the scoring position. We got to score them.
Yeah, Morgan Jacobson had 3 RBIs in this ball game. Caitlin Gurnt had a triple and an RBI in this ball game. Bottom of the lineup still a work in progress, though, with some young kids.
Yep. We're still working, but that's what it is building for the future.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. I think Emily did the job you expected her on the mound tonight.
She put the ball in play. That's what we're looking for. I don't think she had any walks, no hit pitches, but like I said, she just wasn't varying the speed enough for it to be effective.
All right. I know you dropped this ball game, but I think you like the way the kids came back.
I do. And that's what we talk about, too, is just make sure that we're always coming back and never giving up.
What's coming up? Second game. Who do you look to throw?
Look to be throwing Devin Meyer.
All right, tell me a little bit about Devin on the mound.
Devin's a freshman, and again, we are just hoping to get it across the plate and work hard with it and be effective where we can make the plays on the defense.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in game number 2. Thanks for joining us. Great to catch up with you again.
All right, thank you.
You betcha. MFL MarMac coach LaVirgil Monroe talking things over about his Bulldog team. They drop a 13-7 decision. A quick break. When we return, we'll talk with Clayton Ridge softball coach Jolyn Moore when our postgame show continues after this.
People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The doctors and staff at Family Dentistry of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local high school baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamonds. Dr. Mark Bowie, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, and Dr. Courtney Wicken strongly encourage all of these area athletes to wear athletic mouthguards while on the playing field to protect their great smiles. That's Family Dentistry of Monona, 602 Tower Street, 539-4651.
Sode's Green Acre and Liquor Store is offering rock bottom prices in our liquor store. Stop in now while the selection is at its best and stock up while supplies last. Sale is currently going on now. The liquor store is located at 7 Gerda Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's is more than just a store.
Welcome back once again to Monona. Clayton Ridge wins by a final score of 13-7. We're joined by Clayton Ridge softball coach Jolyn Moore. Coach, boy, you mentioned offensively, you guys have been getting better. 15 hits in this ball game. Everybody in the lineup tonight.
Yep, I think we did an awesome job tonight. Like I said, we've been getting better every game hitting. We had 2 or 3 with 3 hits tonight and several with 2, and nobody that didn't get a hit, I believe. So you can't ask for more than that.
It seemed like that you guys were actually a little ahead of the pitcher to start.
Yep, and I heard somebody in the MFL dugout say, why aren't they bunting? And I said, why would I bunt when they're hitting like this?
And obviously you did have some bunt attempts early in the game, though.
Yep, just trying to get people in scoring position, but we didn't put down a bunt, but still moved some runners and did what they needed to do.
All right, let's talk about a couple of the girls that had 3 hits in this ball game, Audrey Ostrander as well as Alyssa Willie. So you're talking there, a couple of your younger kids stepping up for you.
Yep, they've actually been doing that. Audrey struggled the last 2 or 3 games ago and was getting down. We worked on some big hitting drills to keep their weight back. Obviously, it paid off tonight. I know I had a couple girls in Garnerville this morning working with the baseball coach on batting, so
lots of
go-getters.
positive.
Yep.
Camden Deitmeyer, Madison Eilers, and Amira Millard also had 2 hits for you.
Yep, all 3 of those have been hitting pretty well. Like I told you in the pregame, they struggled the other night when we needed them, but tonight, no problem. Did everything that we asked them to do.
And as we mentioned, everybody reaching base. Everybody at least had 1 hit in this ball game, so it was production up and down the lineup, even from the bottom of the lineup, which generated, I think, 3 runs for you in the ball game. So it says that everybody's contributing.
Yep, for sure. And I think our defense played pretty good, too. Had a couple of mistakes, but still kept them from scoring, so can't complain at all defensively.
And let's talk about pitching-wise on the mound there. I think Carly did everything you asked her to do.
She absolutely did. I think I looked at the book. I don't think she struck anybody out, but she mixed it up enough that she did the job.
And the other thing is, didn't walk anybody.
Right.
She hit a batter, but didn't walk anybody.
Yep, for sure. Yep,
all right, so obviously this is a chance to get some momentum going. You saw that against Southwind the other night. You guys can play with some of the better teams in the conference. What do you guys look to do in game 2 here? Who starts for you first off?
Audrey Ostrander is going to start on the mound, and if she struggles or tires out for us, we'll bring in Kira Felder.
All right. Good luck to you, Coach. We hope to catch up with you guys in the postseason. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Clayton Ridge coach Jolyn Moore talking things over about our Eagle team victorious tonight by a final score of 13-7. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll go through the game stats. We'll be joined by Coach Sass. We'll wrap things up from Monona as Clayton Ridge wins 13-7. Our postgame show continues after this.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel Garage Doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Moisure Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Moisure Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
Stop into Nightingale Drug in Guttenberg to find that perfect gift for that special occasion. We have Silver Stars jewelry line, Gans and Carson home decor, Simply Noel purses and bags, Melissa and Doug toys, and baby items. Need that last-minute greeting card? Stop in and see our large selection. We have something for every occasion. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town, family-friendly business, located along Highway 52 in Guttenberg. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Welcome back to Monona. It is Clayton Ridge beating MFL MarMac 13-7. For Clayton Ridge, 13 runs, 15 hits. They committed 3 errors. For MFL MarMac, 7 runs, 11 hits. They committed 4 errors. Let's start with the individual totals. First off, the winning pitcher is Carly Willie. She went 7 innings, allowed 11 hits, 7 runs, walking nobody, striking out nobody in this ballgame, but did her job. Through strikes, they made enough plays behind her there and scored certainly enough runs.
Yeah, that's what they wanted to do, just not allow any free passes.
Emily Traster did her job on the mound as well. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 5, went 7 innings, allowing 15 hits there, along with those 13 runs for MFL MarMac. Here's the individual totals. First off for Clayton Ridge. Carly Willie was 1 for 5 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. Audrey Ostrander, 3 for 5, a triple and an RBI, scored 3 runs. Camden Deitmeyer was 2 for 4 with a run scored and drove in a run. Madison Eilers was 2 for 4 in this ball game, scored 2 runs and also drove in a run. Alyssa Willie, 3 for 4, had a double and drove in 3 runs, scored 3 times. Amira Millard was 2 for 4 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. Lola Reimer was 1 for 4, drove in actually 2 runs in this ball game with a base hit. Camilla Millard was 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored, and Kira Felder was 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI. So you look at their lineup, all 9 Eagles had at least 1 hit for Clayton Ridge, so it was production up and down the lineup.
Yeah, I think especially the bottom of the order, they got some production out of.
For MFL MarMac, Caitlin Pico was 2 for 5 and scored 2 runs. Amelia Wickner was 2 for 4 and scored 2 runs. Ashley Shaw was 0 for 4 but reached base twice and scored a run. Ayla Gert was 2 for 4 with 2 base hits. Morgan Johnson was 2 for 4 with a run scored, drove in 3 runs. Caitlin Gert was 2 for 4 with a triple, a run scored, and an RBI. Emily Traster was 1 for 4 with an RBI. Garnett Najenko was 1 for 4 in this ball game, and Autumn Shaw was 1 for 4 as well. Again for Clayton Ridge, 13 runs, 15 hits, 3 errors. MFL MarMac, 7 runs, 11 hits, and 4 errors. Clayton Ridge over MFL MarMac 13-7 as the Eagles pick up their 5th conference win, 5-8, and MFL MarMac 7-6 in the conference as they just have 1 conference doubleheader left. Let's get your thoughts on our game.
Yeah, I thought it was a very competitive game, very well played for the most part. I think the Eagles just got a little bit more production out of the bottom of their lineup than the Bulldogs did.
And so for MFL MarMac, they'll try to salvage a split with game number 2 as they're trying to finish with a winning record. Clayton Ridge would need to win this ball game, and then they still have a conference doubleheader with Turkey Valley if they want to finish at 500. But MFL MarMac, if they win this one, the second game tonight, they would guarantee themselves of a 500 conference record. They close with North Fayette Valley. So our next ball game will be that matchup in West Union Monday, MFL MarMac and North Fayette Valley. The On Deck Show begins at 4:30. First pitch is at 5 o'clock. That's our regular season finale. Can you believe it?
We're quick.
And we will have tournament action for you over on KCTN FM 100. Again, our final score tonight, Clayton Ridge 13, MFL MarMac 7. That's your final score. For Coach Mike Sass, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks once again to Zach Soto for running our studio show. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlight scores, and more, go to KCTN.com and click on the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KEDR AM and FM Sports.
Find the perfect gift for birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries at Clayton Drug in Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner. Each store is unique in its own character and design, but all have gift items that would be the perfect gift. Clayton Drug is proud to carry many name brand lines such as Mud Pie, Young Living Oils, Greenleaf Candles, Melissa and Doug Educational Toys and Gifts, CJ Gibson, and many more. Check our Facebook page for shopping specials available at each location. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.